picking up Zach from work, and I thought what might be a good idea is bringing you guys with along for the ride, shall we say. Happy Monday. Hope everybody is having just a fantastic Monday. Now, anybody that's been following along knows Zach does not drive. No, Zach does not want to drive. No, Zach has a Uber driver called Dad. Dad wasn't always a Uber driver. And Dad does not get paid to be an Uber driver by Zach. Dad does this purely out of love. Just like my dad drove me around for the first little bit of my life. Although in my 20s, although he's not 20 yet, but at least I bought a motorcycle, and once I bought the motorcycle, I drove myself around. Well, I suppose I wasn't 20 either. But anyways, that's fine. The kid enjoys it. He enjoys his dad driving him about. Anyways. So be that as it may. It's all good. Ooh. Anyways. Hope everybody's Monday has been just fantastic thus far. I know mine's been relatively interesting. Tomorrow's going to be interesting as well. I'm looking forward to it. And hopefully, by the end of this week, life will become normal again. But yeah, it's been one hell of a Monday. That much I can tell you. I am definitely in this moment in time missing my weekend. My weekend was just fantastic. Drove my wife to work on Saturday and Sunday because she worked the weekend. Didn't mind doing it. It was lovely. We got to spend some time together for a change. Absolutely brilliant. And then Sunday night, I did want to go live, by the way, Sunday night. But to be honest, I was just absolutely knackered. There we go. So, I think I'm going to take the slightly longer route to pick up my little boy. I think it's going to be fun. It's going to be good. And I see there's a sound solution, whatever it's called, here. Sorry for the sun. I have been wanting to upgrade the speakers in the Saturn now for possibly, it must be close on 2 years. So I think that's what I'll do. I'll go get a quote from them and see what they come up with. See, the thing is, with the Saturn, we have two front speakers, which I kind of want to get rid of. Sorry for that bumpy jumpy. That's the road. But I kind of want to get rid of the speakers in front. I do want the following. I want a little bit more bass, shall we say, from the rear. And I mean, I don't mind having two speakers in the door, but to be honest, these Saturns, when they were assembled, they were assembled to have a lifespan of X amount of time. And this car is definitely past that X amount of time. Definitely needing the AC in the car now. And the car's definitely now, well, it's got a couple of rattles that it didn't have 30 years ago, and it's completely understandable. But I reckon if I were to take the doors apart a little bit, match everything up, oil everything, grease it up, whatever the case may be, just get everything up and running again, it would be a little bit better, I think. And especially these door panels, my goodness. Now the roof lining I've done, so I'm good with it, but the doors definitely have a couple of rattles that I want to take care of. So I'm not particularly fond in this satin to have speakers in the door. So maybe we'll see. So that's the one part. That's the one part with the satin. And then the other thing is, but yeah, I definitely want a little bit more bass in the back. So maybe it would be a couple of speakers at the back and an amp would take care of that. I reckon that should do fine, hopefully. And then, so this car's doing okay at the moment, which I'm seriously happy about. So this car is great. Now, I think that the next thing that I want to tackle with, apart from everything else, that I want to tackle with this car is, I'm thinking of, so the sound I definitely want to do, that I want to spend a little bit of time on. But after the sound, I think the only thing that I would care to do is having the car resprayed. Sorry for the sun. That's there we go. Is to have the car resprayed. Now currently it's green gold, so it's the green with the gold pinstripe, whatever that you call those stripe. Interesting. Apparently those were done by hand. I struggle to believe that, but okay, somebody told me it was done by hand, and if that's the case, I'll accept it. I'm not gonna, argue the point. But here's where it gets interesting, or I think at least interesting. Here's where I think it gets interesting is, so if I had to repaint this car, have it resprayed, do they physically take the panels apart, or do they just give it a coat of spray over whatever it is at the moment? I need to find that out, because that would determine whether I would want to do it or not, to be honest. Well, when you think about it, if they take apart, if they take the glass out and stuff like that, then wouldn't it make sense to have all the rubbers and seals and everything replaced at the same time? Now, if they don't do that, and you paint it another color, let's say from green to red, not that I would, but if you had to do that, and you replace the seals and rubbers afterwards, wouldn't you see some of the green? I don't know. That's something that bugs me a little bit. So we'll see. But yeah, I'm not pressurized to do that right this second. But it's something that I definitely want to do. first things first. I mean, the Ford's doing great. No concerns there. This is, to be honest with you guys, this is more of a toy for me, a plaything really for me, this car. It's not something that I need to drive on a daily basis. I drive it purely because I enjoy the car. It's a fun little car to drive, and that's the only reason why I enjoy doing this. But anyways, we'll see. We shall see. Such an easy life this kid has. I spoke to my eldest son. He told me, Dad, I've got enough money, I'm buying a new computer. Windows 10 is going out of, it's not getting support anymore. I said, yeah, I'm going through the same thing. I'm just not buying a new computer. I had a fairly interesting conversation with him. So he's buying his, I think he said on Friday, which is fantastic. Good on him. Really happy to hear that. But I won't be doing that. I kind of feel like Microsoft forgot its customers. I'm not angry or anything at Microsoft. I'm just disappointed. I'm just like, I'm just in one of those weird places. I'm still fairly disappointed in what they did with allowing me to log a ticket, giving me a phone call where the number said Microsoft on it, and then as soon as I picked up, they ask you like to confirm a couple of things, which I did, and I put the phone down. As soon as they transfer it over to somebody, you know, out of the automated system to a human being, phone dropped. So, and all I want to know is, how do I get the security patch installed? It's one from January, and it's it shouldn't be this difficult thing. I look at I have a MacBook which was not that expensive. It was like $1,700, $1,800, and I have a little $200 Chromebook. Both of those, they tell you, okay, here's a new install. To me, I need to increase some disk space, and I've done, as far as I can tell, everything. I even reinstalled the operating system, which is like Windows 10 Professional, blah 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 blah. It's like, I mean, I buy this stuff. I don't go buying knockoffs or whatever the case may be. I pay for the stuff, pay for the operating system, and yeah, I'm just not feeling Microsoft. I'm just not feeling very warm towards Microsoft at the moment. I am feeling that they're neglecting our, the little guys. And the funny thing is, in 1999, I was studying my MCSD with Microsoft certified developers. Bought a copy of Visual Basic, and I bought a copy of, I think it was SQL 6.5 or 7 back in the days. Now, that was like, what, I've been married now for, 25, 26 years? So that's been a while, and I bought it the year I got married. And I studied the year I got married. And so we did that. It's not like I haven't been supporting or supportive for a quarter of a century. And yeah, so that left a bit of a bad taste in my mouth. Even the Chromebook, even if I replace the Chromebook every, 5 years, they want you to replace it because of specs and so on. I would rather go and spend $500 on a little bit better Chromebook and keep it for 5 years than to spend money. I saw a build of a PC for like $4,000, and with Office and Microsoft and whatnot. And to be honest with you, I couldn't be bothered with it. I feel like I feel like Microsoft could have and they should have fixed this issue, which they didn't do, which makes me disappointed. That's what's making me disappointed. They've had three months. They've known about the issue. This isn't, I'm not the only customer that complains about this. I can guarantee you this. And, excuse me. And they haven't fixed it. They haven't done anything about it. That's what's getting me. So, hence me saying, I don't know. I would rather, so if you're going to spend $4,000 on a desktop computer with a Microsoft operating system, why not spend that money on a Mac Studio or something? It's something to that effect, and at least you have a company that supports you. I kid you not, I have called Apple quite a few times. I don't call them for no reason. I called them once because my iPhone XS Pro, whatever it was, that phone, I dropped it, and the face recognition, that stopped working. So they sent me a new phone. They charged me $99 for it, and they sent me a new phone. And all I had to do was send my old phone back to them. I do that gladly because there's someone on the other side picking up the phone and actually talking to you. There's something else. I've never needed to call the Google Chrome, whatever, their telephone number, because their computer just works. Everything just works. The Mac, my Mac that I have, the laptop, I've never needed to call Apple regarding it. Everything's just installed. You don't have to worry about it. I even installed Linux Mint on an older computer. I just wanted to get a taste for it. Like, what does it look like? How does it feel? And so on. Absolutely no worries whatsoever. The only thing that scares me a little bit about Linux Mint is I don't know how the support exactly works, because one, I never paid for it. Two, how can it be free and it gets the updates that it needs, like security updates and so on? this is the thing that kind of gets me. So the Linux computer, while I was running it, or testing it, to be honest, and here's the thing, it worked flawlessly. It was nothing, but when I say nothing wrong with it. It was fantastic. Everything just worked. But I had no personal information on it whatsoever. I did not even once log into like YouTube or anything from that computer. Not once. In fact, I tested a couple of things on that computer. I just had it running. They do have cool games on it. Quake 2 for free, Quake 1 for free if I remember correctly. I can't remember whether Quake Arena was on it as well. They have, I think, Counter-Strike on it. I need to go and have a look. And it all comes with an app store. Everything works. I didn't have to worry about a thing, which was absolutely brilliant for a change. So that's something that I would possibly think about doing at some stage. But then you hear about these scary stories where people tell you their YouTube accounts were hacked and so on, and I don't know whether they use like verified, thank you, like software and so on. See, this is the thing that scares the living daylights out of me. I don't want to get hacked apocalyptically. That's not something I want to do. So I don't know, maybe, I don't know. I've got a mate who's really good with computers. Like, he's super smart guy. Like, maybe I need to talk to him. Maybe that's a direction I need to go with this computer. Howdy. Salutations. Love it. It's not something people use anymore, by the way. Greetings and salutations. It's sorely missed. But anyways, it's a lot of fun. So I reckon as we approach so this is a theory of mine. As we approach October 2025, when all security updates are stopped by Microsoft for Windows 10, I reckon, and this is a theory, I reckon we're going to see a lot more Linux Mint, a lot more Ubuntu, stuff like that pop up. I did see, FYI, Ubuntu has a plan where you can pay to download their stuff, and they tell you outright they support you for X amount of time. That's something I can get behind, because I know that I know I have Mark Shuttleworth's support for X amount of years, and you pay whatever amount of money for the next couple of years. That I can get behind totally. Mentally, it makes sense to me. I just think if you get something for free, then you don't really have a leg to stand on. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But that's my opinion. So we'll see. Just call me JD. Did I call you JD? Didn't I say howdy? Howdy. Not JD. If I did call you JD, I apologize. What would JD stand for? Jack Daniels. That's not a bad thing. Silly. Yeah. Sometimes. Well, sometimes it pays to be silly. Sometimes it does not. Anyways. But yeah, I don't know what's going to happen with this Windows thing. James Dean. Now, I have Rebel Without a Cause and what was the other movie that I bought the other day? There was another James Dean movie that I bought, not too long ago, which dropped me down the rabbit hole like you have no idea, which got me into Great Escape. There must have been like 5 movies I bought from that era. James Dean, Yul Brynner, Charles Bronson, all of those guys, all those actors. Must have bought like 5 odd movies, but there were 2 James Dean movies. I know Rebel Without a Cause, that was definitely one of them. So I have some watching to do, don't I? Definitely. Always good fun. I did talk about David Niven and Peter Sellers last night. That was something that I kind of got into over the weekend, something I need to be watching. But anyways, let's see. James Dean. Oh, there we go. It's always good. Nothing wrong with it. I think as soon as you reach a certain age, it's not about being silly. I think the rest of the world's gone silly, and I am one of the few sane people left, to be honest. So, but anyways, here we are, driving to pick up a kid. I can tell you this, I think some of these older movies, not that I'm a old movie buff or something, but some of these older movies I properly enjoy. What was that movie with the Ford Mustang chase in San Francisco? Now I can't remember it. My goodness. Anyways, that's some proper driving. You think about those cars, they had virtually no brakes, they had virtually no suspension, and they were able to pull those off. I reckon that's quite an achievement. So, all good. Anyways, time to stop to pick up the boy. I think I'll do this. And just like that, maybe a little bit more. There we go. Oh, there we go. Absolutely fantastic. Now I can do this. There we go. Okay. Alice in Wonderland. That would make sense. Totally misread that, didn't I? Anyways. So this is me at the kids' work, taking it easy. I wonder what time this kid's gonna finish. He's normally finished at around 8 o'clock. So I might be a little bit early, which is not a bad thing. But anyways, after this, I'm just gonna sit down, relax, watch a couple of YouTube videos. I suppose, I don't know. We'll see. So I think at minute 32 is a good time to call it virtually. I think it's not a bad idea at all. Call it quits and sit down, relax, watch a couple of YouTube videos. Anyways, so thanks for joining. It's been fun as always. We'll talk soon. Take it easy, and yeah, have a good evening. Good night.